Hello everybody, welcome back. Well, I guess it's probably one of the first ones. But today we're going to be whipping it up in the kitchen. I'm not going to have a song for this one. Today we'll be going over a simple recipe for a breakfast casserole and cooking it. So I got this lovely recipe off of tastebetterfromscratch.com. I have a nice little printout. We'll be more or less cooking this. I want to go over a simple breakfast casserole recipe. So today we're going to be reading the intro. This easy breakfast casserole recipe is made with eggs, sausage, and cheese. It only takes a few minutes to throw together. You can make it ahead of time, so it's perfect for breakfast casserole for Christmas morning or for any day. And so it's going to be for any day. But again, I like to get some eggs in me, basically stem cells, but again, haven't been eating breakfast properly because I don't have constitutional rights. So first, we have a 9 by 13 pan. I'm just going to, I didn't have any cooking oil, so I melted down some butter. And I am going to be spreading it on the pan to hopefully limit the sticking of the egg, or of the rest of the casserole in general. Like I said, what do I consider my chef skills? I don't know, 6 out of 10 for being an amateur. I can certainly put together several different meals, but definitely not Rachel Ray or Gordon Ramsay in the bitch. So. I don't know, are we swearing in the cooking show? Yeah, we're gonna be swearing in the cooking show. So shit don't stop, cuz. So we've now buttered the pan. Well, I guess first step was washing my hands. So make sure you wash your hands before you start preparing any food. So then the oven is preheating, and we're gonna that at 350. It says 2 pounds of pork sausage. I got Jimmy Dean's fully cooked. It's 9.6 ounces, so quite a bit lower than 2 pounds. So we'll see. We have our 12 eggs. We need a little bit of sour cream, which we have right here. And needs 2 pounds pork sausage, 12 eggs, 1 cup sour cream, 1/4 cup milk, salt and pepper, 4 green onions. I went with sweet onions as opposed to green onions. Half green bell pepper and half red bell pepper. I just went with 1 green bell pepper and 2 cups shredded cheese. This is exactly right about 2 cups. So I also decided to add some potatoes. This is going to be our base as well. So that will go at the bottom of the pan. Might as well throw that in now. So we're going to take these simply potatoes, shredded hash browns, and this will be our base of the casserole. Put this at the bottom of our recently buttered pan. Get this open, hopefully not cut myself or throw it all over the kitchen. Wee-hoo. But obviously if you have potatoes that aren't shredded, you can just take whole potatoes, russet potatoes, and shred them yourself. But that was not actually on the recipe, but I wanted some shredded potatoes. So we're going to, probably can't see it on the camera angle. Again, I'm running a low budget production here. Don't have multiple camera angles for my cooking, but we're going to be spreading the potatoes at the base of the pan evenly throughout. So I hope, what's the weather like today? It's pretty chilly here in Columbus, Ohio. I don't know, I think no Andrew Buck Michael or anything, which is our local news station. If you're here in Columbus, Ohio, and you don't trust Buck, you might trust Liz McGiffin or something. So how much potatoes do we have? This is 1 pound, 4 ounces of potatoes. Let's just throw the whole thing in there. I'm not sure. We've got a freestyle here on Brad's cooking show. So just we'll throw the whole bag in there. And hopefully this, I actually was going to start with recipes that I've made before, but I've not made this one before. So we'll see how this comes out. But casseroles are typically pretty good where you can save them for 3 to 4 days. And so again, I've not been eating breakfast well because crime, but you gotta do what you gotta do to survive, or at least try. So now we have our potatoes spread evenly on the base of the pan. Cool. So now we need the pretty much 12 eggs. Let's crack them in here. Awesome, our oven is now ready. So we're gonna go with the 12 eggs. Just crack them in here. I have a potato on my face. Potato on my face, that's no good. So just cracking 12 eggs, putting them in my mixing bowl, have a clear one. And so, then we have daylight savings coming again next week. So I don't know if that does that lengthen the days. I believe so. Does it get when springtime daylight savings does it get lighter earlier, or is it lighter later in the morning? I think it pushes it. Too much thinking during the cooking show. So now I'm just cooking these 12 eggs. So hopefully get some if I can ever get traction on my YouTube, maybe get some more production value, but it is what it is. That's definitely not foundations of science or anything. But currently, again, like I said, eating my current breakfast is either a protein shake or a Hot Pocket. But if I cook this up, we'll see how this goes, and hopefully it'll be good for the next couple days as well. So still cracking these eggs. Might be a little more efficient to have my trash can. Said this is the first video here. Might be a little slow. Typically, I haven't cracked eggs in a while, but I'm not too bad. Like I said, 6 out of 10 on the amateur chef self-rated on the circuit. And the amateur chef circuit. And I can typically crack an egg pretty confidently. Because my typical breakfast was, again, when I could have constitutional rights enough to eat, is just 3 scrambled eggs and more like home fries or like chunked potatoes as opposed to like hash browns. But hopefully we'll be doing a lot of recipes. Haven't started any more TV shows. I'll do the Bridge season 2. I'm certainly watch Snowfall. I'm just getting through the eggs. So I will leave this pretty much unedited, again, as a reference for amateur chefs about how realistic prep time it is. Oh, I probably should have a napkin handy. So bam, we have our eggs. Cracked and in the bowl. So now we need our 1 cup sour cream, 1/4 cup of milk. Boop-a-doop-boop. Cool beans. Oh, it's 1/4 cup milk. Let's get that rocking. 1/4 cup, just pop it on in there. Cup of sour cream. Mix this up a little bit. Big fan of sour cream. Oops, don't spill it on the ground. When I was younger, I was not a fan of sour cream, and now I can't eat a baked potato without sour cream. It's illegal. Like I said, peanut butter on I don't know if this is enough sour cream. I have to bust out the reserves. So 1 cup. Let's just use the same measuring cup. But the foods that are definitely illegal, peanut butter on hamburgers is definitely illegal. So I've been seeing some food challenges with that's been going on. Okay, we're gonna do more sour cream. Don't worry, we got the backups, the reserves. Shout out to the cows at Daisy Farms, producing good sour cream. I'm not exactly sure what do you do. Just I don't even know how sour cream is made. But I like it. Cool beans. So I hope you're enjoying a wonderful episode of Brad's Cooking Show. I don't know if this has a name or not. Maybe just have a little scoopy. I just have a scooper thing. Just like scoop out a cup as opposed to trying to measure it out. I don't know. That'd be way easier. But yeah, I think I will leave these videos unedited, so if you're an amateur chef, you can see the trials and tribulations, what you might run into. But I thought I had just a measuring cup that was a scooper, and I do. Perfect. So, humongous brain moment. So here's a cup, as opposed to trying to put it into a more of just your standard measuring cup. So there we go. Perfect. About a cup of sour cream. Wait. So plop it on in there. Hopefully. Come on, sour cream, come out of the cup. There we go. Good job, sour cream. Cool beans. Sour cream done. Put this over here in the sink. So we have our 12 eggs, sour cream, milk is in there, so we can put this away, this away. So the salt and pepper, we'll do that at the end. So we'll put this in the sink as well. Cool beans. Now we have to dice. We can just put the shredded cheese, sour eggs, sour cream, milk, cheese, salt, pepper in a large bowl. Yeah, and so because it has a step for cooking the sausage, and the sausage is already fully cooked, so we can just put everything just directly into the mixing bowl. So this package was at 2 cups, right about 2 cups, so put that right on in there. Probably should have whisked the eggs first, but who cares? We'll put the base of the potatoes to the side for the moment. Get this mixed up. Pretty much just have to put I would recommend whisking your eggs before you're starting adding too much ingredients, just so you don't splash it over the side. But it is what it is. Let's get after it. So just whisking up my eggs now. Definitely recommend mixing the ingredients one by one as you add them. Should have whisked the eggs, then added the sour cream and milk, whisk that together, then add the cheese. Just because of the splash effect, splash zone. Might have a SeaWorld splash zone here in Brent's cooking show. So, working this together, it's doing all right now. Just need to dice this onion, dice this pepper, add the sausage, and then oven is ready. And it says we're going to be baking for 35 to 50 minutes or until the edges are set and the center is barely jiggly. Ooh, jiggly. I like it with it wiggle when she walk. Okay. I like it with my casserole got that jiggle to it. You know what I'm saying. So we're whipping this shit up, working our wrist, scraping the pot. Still got some eggs, but coming together nicely. Again, camera angles might be a little iffy for the first couple videos or for the first couple hundred. Depends if I ever get any production value or budget. Probably not. I'm not a valuable member of our society like Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro. Jesus Christ. Alright, so we're whisked together pretty well. Got some sour cream still hanging onto the center of the whisk. I'll get that out of there. Whippy. Working the wrist. Cooking that shit up. Yeah, but definitely all my content's gonna be the same swearing. That looks good for now. It says this whole pepper. We'll see. Just see if we agree. Should we do the whole thing? I don't know. This is my first time doing this recipe, so I'm not sure about portions. Typically, as an amateur chef on a shoestring budget, I'm pretty much at zero food waste as is. Meaning, if I buy something, it is being consumed. I don't have the financial freedom of being able to waste money on anything. So, hopefully I make the most of this cook. And so clearing out the pepper, again cutting around the sides, and cutting out the seeds as best as you can. And then just dicing her on up. Cut it down the center there, move her sausage out of the way. Just like to switch up the content, Figured, make breakfast, might as well record it. So, like I said, it'll give you an accurate time frame of actual prepping. It might be a little boring if you just watch the cooking stuff, but I'll try to keep talking commentary up. And I think I'll give it accurate. Like I said, I'm not a great chef, so we'll give other not great chefs accurate representation of the time frame for prepping. If you don't know where all your equipment's at, and blah blah blah. We will be dicing these or mincing these, just cutting them up smaller into chunks. Do I want to use the whole pepper? Yeah, might as well. I'm cutting out the white guts, the ooey gooey guts. I like peppers. So we have our mixture. I'll probably fast forward through chopping this. Again, like I said, my editing skills aren't super high, so all my other videos have like no editing at all. So I tried to put on Apple iMovie the other day. I tried to put just a picture over the video. It didn't work, so I don't know what to do there. Wonder if Sheriff Filmora worked on that, but then I don't have that license on my Mac computer. So I've been just using all my conversions have been on Apple iMovie, which you can tell by the intro. It's just the standard intro on Apple iMovie. All right, almost done preparing these peppers, maybe. But get them nice and diced or minced. The oven's on. How big's my gas bill gonna be? Oven's on. All those people out there that don't have to think about their gas bill, be thankful. Alrighty. You can obviously want a nice sharp knife for any cutting. I could probably just have a getting used to my kitchen. I thought I had like a vegetable press thing to fucking speed this up a little bit. So I have this thing. Let's see if this works. Just put it in here and see if we chop her up and speed it up a bit. Did it work? Kind of. It's kind of like the pepper might not be fresh enough, where it's just kind of like a lot of the shrapnel is just kind of like on this. It's just like a little metal grate with a pressure where you just push down and chop the peppers. So this speeds it up a little bit. So we'll do this, but it's not the most efficient. Might be just because the peppers aren't. I just got the peppers yesterday to make this video today. So pepper should be decently fresh, but it will speed it up. So we're gonna use this guy. And same with the onion as well. See, big brain moment. Use my tools like the ape that I am. So now we got our peppers diced. Last step is the onions. Go ahead and put away our sour cream. It's already in there. Yep, last step is the sausage too, but that's already prepared. Cool beans. What? This thing is open in the back. It's kind of wild. I'm dumping peppers on the floor. Not yet, luckily. Alright, now we just need a little bit of diced onion. They had green onions. I just went with the sweet onions because I use sweet onions for most of my cooking. As long as you get the onion taste, always got to have onions. It's the most important ingredient in the world is the onion. Well-known facts. So how much onion do I want? Peel off the little flaky part. When people say they get teary-eye or it causes some sort of physiological response to cut an onion, I think that is false. I have never felt the need to tear up or to like sniffle or just have some sort of physiological response to the smell of onions. So I think that's fake news. Regardless, we got that popped off. Pop this in here, a little choppy. There we go. Let's do another little slice. Definitely should have been using the choppy. But doing what we can. Just moving forward. choppy there. That is going to be it for that. And now, so you can just sprinkle it in, that's why. So we're just putting in our veggies. Bada boom, bada bing. We are in there. Put that in the sink. Put the onion back in the fridge. I was considering, should have put that onion back in the fridge too. I was considering putting mushroom here as well, but decided against it. Made the executive decision. Mixing in our peppers and onions. And then last but not least, the sausage. It's fully cooked, so I don't have to do anything. If you don't have fully cooked, you can just buy sausage and brown it yourself. Make sure, again, cooking temperatures, you want typically any meat 160 or above for the salmonellas or E. coli's or whatever's. But mixing it in there, this is our mixture. And hopefully the 9x13 pan is deep enough for our fillings. But as you can see, we have a nice mixture going on here. Forgot to put away this nice little onion bud. Sorry, buddy, we'll get you here in a second. Throwing away just any trash. Now we're going to pour this over our base of potatoes, then pop it in the oven for about 35 to 50 minutes. That's what it says. Let's have a go. Spread it nice and evenly. Perfect. In terms of, it looks like the depth of the pan, everything, sizes of the ingredients look good. So perfect, nice. Like I said, this is the first time me making this recipe. But I wanted to give it a go, and I don't even know if I'll be able to eat it, because I do not feel safe enough to pay my bills comfortably and regularly, and I get harassed and denigrated every 2 days. So I figured, let's make a breakfast casserole and see if we can eat it. But it is truly the most degrading and disgusting to cook a meal and not to be able to eat it simply because you don't fit into society. So, regardless, there we have it. Pick up the camera a little bit. You can see nice looking casserole from the top. Wow, my camera is not stably on my tripod. But we have there, prep time about 22 minutes. And now we will pop it in the oven for about 35 to 50 minutes. And we'll have a final look at then. Let's do 40 minutes. We'll update you on the final product. All right, everybody, it's been 40 minutes. Let's see how our casserole is looking. Ooh, looks pretty good. Don't know if I'll be able to eat it though, because you need to feel safe. You need to feel safe to eat. You don't have constitutional rights, you just don't feel safe ever. But nobody cares, because my life, I'm allowed to suffer. The purpose of my life is to suffer, so other stupid people don't have to change their behavior. It's always what it has been, always what it will be. Are we done with the casserole? Just put a little, I think we might need a little longer on it. But I'll give you, close the oven. I'll finish up this episode here. Here's our, I'm gonna put it back in the oven for a minute. But here's what our end casserole is looking like. So, I don't know, looks good. So, there you have it. There's an episode of how to make a breakfast casserole. Popping her back in the oven for about 5 more minutes.